Our intention is to be generous with those things that have helped, and most of all, we intend that it will never cause anyone to feel guilty.
Chapter 6 is about a user's guide to self-help literature. So, when it comes to looking at things, what we can do or what we can find for self-help, it can be a video, it can be a vlog, it can be a YouTube channel, a magazine, an article, a book, anything. There's so many sources available for us now to get this information. And what's really stressed in this chapter is find out who this expert is when you're referencing a source. Who is this person? Are they a doctor? Are they a real doctor? Do they just call themselves a doctor? Are they really, a person who graduated with a PhD or whatever, or got their credentials from a well-known university, or did they just plop that on their page? Check it out. See who they are. Is it peer-reviewed? Where did this source come from? So really, when you're trying to help yourself even more, and research who this expert is. This is really important when it comes to interventions, especially interventions. You need to look before you leap. Because, as we know, as a parent with a child with a disability, you've probably already tried so many things, and you're getting to the point where you're desperate. But you can't just try anything. You need to research a little bit. Because a lot of what's out there, the self-help literature, it's rubbish. And it's just really out there for that person to make a couple bucks. And basically tell you what you're not doing right and how you should be doing things. And that's not helpful, nor does it help your self-esteem when you're trying to find answers for your child. So really look before you leap. There's a saying, it won't hurt my child or my family, versus, and it might help. So it won't hurt my child or my family, and it might help, versus it might hurt, but it ought to help. You don't want to hurt your child for something that might work. If it doesn't hurt your child and it works, and it might work, that's great. But putting your child or your family through some kind of pain, whether it be physical, mentally, psychologically, whatever, it's just try and make the right choice. If it's going to hurt your child, don't do it. Except, when it comes to things like physical therapy. Is that going to help your child in the long run? Yes, of course, because it's proven. It's proven to help children, and not just children, everyone, of whatever their needs are for physical therapy. At the time, it might physically hurt them or cause them pain or discomfort, but physical therapy is proven to work in a million different ways. But something else that you might get, especially hurting, could be financially. Are you going to buy this special thing because it'll help your child? No way. Unless it did help someone with a friend. There is no miracle cure for your child. Unless it is something like cancer. There are ways and things to do for a child with cancer that have been proven to help. Of course, it doesn't help 100% of the kids, but there are things you can try for many people or children with cancer that has worked, but it doesn't always work. But that's different with a child with a disability, because as we know, every child is different. There are no two children that are the same, especially with a disability. So this whole miracle cure thing doesn't quite fit in, because if there were a miracle cure, we would know about it. We would already know that there was some magical pill that just took away autism and all of the struggles that the kids face. So it's not there. Well, we haven't found it yet. It kind of goes with the saying of no pain, no gain. It doesn't work here. That might work in the gym. You don't need to hurt your child or your family or your society or whatever it is. You don't need to hurt to gain any kind of positive benefit or positive result. Again, like I said, with therapy, that's kind of different. That helps. If you can't walk at first and then by the end of the year your child is working, but it did cause them discomfort, that's proven it works. But these other things, no pain, no gain, it doesn't work. And it also goes with, like I said in the beginning, these are product pitches and consultants in disguise. Most of the time, they're trying to sell you something. whatever it is. It's all natural. It's natural. It's got a secret formula. It's from somewhere else. It's from exotic island in Bali. You know, it's really them trying to sell you something in some like glorified way. So this kind of also goes back, well, not kind of, it really goes back to research it. What is it? Because really, if there was some kind of product that would cure all, we would already know about it. But there are things that could help and benefit your child. Doesn't mean it's going to improve whatever it is that they're trying to improve 100%, but it could help, and it could help you, and it could help your child. So really, go and do your research, find out what you can, and give it a try. But just be wary, because as we know, you, the parents, the kid with a disability, you're the real experts. You know what's going on. You don't always know what's going on, and you might feel lost at times. But you, at the end of the day, know what's best for your child, and it's best to just use your best judgment and your gut feeling, and do go out of your way to try things. But if it just doesn't sound right, or it's too good to be true, it's because it is too good to be true. So do what you can, learn what you can, and then share your experiences so other people can try and perhaps follow in your steps for what worked and what didn't work, and that we're not all riding this struggle bus together. Special Needs Trust. The Special Needs Trust is something that you can get started on now that will benefit and help your child with a disability in the future. Because as we know, anything can happen at any time. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, and it's best to be prepared, especially for a child with special needs, because once they reach adulthood, most of the time, they are unable to 100% care and take care of themselves and work and support themselves. So the best thing you can do is prep for their future. Future planning for kids with special needs can be overwhelming, but by creating a special needs trust, the child may use this money once they reach adulthood. So it's not to be used before they reach 18. So why is it important? Because you want to be able to provide for your child in case something does happen to you. It's horrible to think about, but the best thing you can do is be prepared for your child. So this money, what can it be spent on? It is not for basic needs. Basically, the best way to look at it is if you can use food stamps, you cannot use your special needs trust. So most children or people with special needs, they receive statewide services, federal services, city services, things like housing and rent and food and things like that. So this is not to be used on that. This is things that you could, go get a car, go on a trip, fly on an airplane, things like that. Things that you're not getting access to through statewide services. So there's also a bunch of legal jargon, wills, and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. But there is no maximum amount that you can put into a special needs trust. It's actually advised to put everything you have or what you want into a special needs trust all into your special needs trust, and instead of leaving it in different places. It's best to put it all in there into one and not have 5 or 6 different places where your child can have access to money. So you will probably need lawyers or things like that to help you out, but there are free resources online. There's people you can talk to. There's books you can read. Other family members aren't to be involved, but if they set up their own kind of fund, what's best is to consolidate everything. Consolidate all the special needs trusts into one. That way the child, if he were to have to dip into it and use it, it's all in one spot. It's not scattered around. It's not in different places. This child has the access to get it in one single spot, and there's no legal barriers or anything like that. So the best thing you can do is to put it all in one spot, get it going, and talk to other family members about what's going on. Unless you choose to keep it private, that's also okay. But let your child know. If they're unable to comprehend it, make sure that you have someone that you trust. Also, in the process of what's going on with that, that way, if something were to happen to you, that resource is there.
Book Club number 3 is a very supportive and collaborative group. As soon as we were assigned to our groups, we organized a WhatsApp messaging group right away. From that day forward, this group has been in constant contact, posing questions, answering questions, and planning the content for the slideshow. The group has gotten along fantastically and have been supporting each other throughout the entire class. Bibliography: Bartelli, Yantra, et al., My Baby Rides the Short Bus, The Unabashedly Human Experience of Raising Kids with Disabilities. Fernwood Publishing, 2009. Raver, Sharon A., and Dana C. Childress. Family-Centered Early Intervention, Supporting Infants and Toddlers in Natural Environments. Paul H. Brooks Publishing Company, 2015. Snow, Katie. Disability is Natural. Revolutionary Common Sense for Raising Successful Children with Disabilities. 3rd edition. Amazon. Amazon, 31 July 2013. www.amazon.com/disability Natural Revolutionary Successful Disabilities -DP-0970636697. Thank you so much for watching our presentation. We hope you've enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day.